A student is planning to skateboard from his hometown of Aylesbury all the way to Buckingham Palace. Chris Mullins is hoping to raise at least £5,000 for charity. He sets off on April the 19th. He came in earlier and explained how the idea had come about.
Skateboarding, since I've been 12 or 13, has always been a really big thing in my life and quite important to me. And in 2003 I watched a documentary called The Boy Whose Skin Fell Off. That documentary was made by a company called DebRA, or charity, and they raised money and awareness for a condition called EB.
This is where the skin blisters quite badly, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it leaves open wounds and all kinds of horrible stuff. And after watching that, you feel a bit numb, and you kind of reflect on your own life and what you've accomplished and what you kind of do with it. So I thought, well, since watching that, I wanted to do something to raise money for the charity or raise the profile or do something to help the charity. And I thought, well, why not combine skateboarding and trying to raise money together and do a skateboard run from my hometown into Aylesbury.
And you picked Buckingham Palace?
Yeah.
Because it's a big landmark, or?
Yeah, everyone in England and the world knows what Buckingham Palace is and where it is. And I think during training and doing the run itself, if I ever get really tired or I'm just going to go home, and I'll just kind of imagine Buckingham Palace there, and so actually seeing it when we get to London is going to be an amazing feeling. So
we know what path the route will be, because it'll be going down towards Buckingham Palace, but how are you going to get there? Because obviously you can't take your skateboard onto the M40, hitch a lift with a lorry, can you?
Yeah, well, originally the route was about 45 miles, and that was literally just from Aylesbury to Buckingham Palace, avoiding motorways. Since then, redriven the route and changed it a couple of times, so it's now equals to about 49 miles. So it's about 4.5 miles longer, but it's a lot safer as well. There's only about half a mile where there isn't any pavement. So
you're avoiding all the bypasses. There's Aston Clinton bypass, isn't there, that you have to avoid as well?
Yeah, so it's pretty much, it's kind of like just the old A41 through Aston Clinton, Tring, Berkhamsted, Hemel, all the smaller towns on the way into London, get to Watford, and then from Watford straight into London.
And you've got a special skateboard happening with bigger wheels? So
yeah,
I've
got wider trucks and bigger wheels as well, so it's easier to go along and go faster as well.
How fast do you think you'll go?
Well, I think on a regular flat I can average about 7 or 8 miles an hour. Probably down a hill, maybe I have to go up to 15, maybe 20, we'll see. I'm not sure, but quite fast.
And very briefly, for anyone who's thinking of trying it at home, you are taking a couple of friends with you, aren't you, to watch your back?
Yeah, I've got my 2 friends, James Coleman and Joe Cox, coming along with me. They're riding their bikes, so my support riders there. They're going to have food and drink in their bags and tools and like spare wheels and things just in case anything goes wrong. So they've got my back all the way from Aylesbury to Buckingham Palace, which is good.
Best of luck with it. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, no problem, thank you.
Thanks. Now, we're always interested in hearing your stories. You can write to us and, of course,